and welcome to In Your Face. And I'm so excited here because today, look who's back.
Hi. How you guys doing?
Alan B. Charity. He was on some early episodes of In Your Face. He was co-hosting with me, but today he's back as a guest, and I'm so excited to have you here, Alan.
I'm excited to be back, Tanya.
Honey, I'm thrilled.
Yeah, we're back, team again.
Yes,
team
we
again,
are.
huh?
Hey!
How you guys doing In Your Face?
So, Alan, tell us, why you been out there? What have you been up to?
Well, I left, because I went to the Valley for opportunity because I was fighting.
Okay.
And I was training, and I was really I came to California to fight, some of the best in America because I know this is where the best are. And so I went to the Valley in LA because I wanted to go and fight the best and train with the best. And so I went out there to, the Mosley Showdown, and I just fought for a title. I lost.
Mosley, the boxer, I'm kind of,
yes.
I don't be knowing all these boxers and stuff like that.
Yes.
So you fought him?
No, I fought a fighter on his promotional card. And it was a great experience. It was a great event. It was the biggest fight I've ever fought in. There was probably over 1,000 people there.
Oh,
it was in Pomona, and it was a great experience. Win, lose, draw, whatever. It was just a great experience, just to have that experience. And so, I'm happy with my decisions.
Okay.
I'm glad that because I came out here to do that.
You got that. You have gotten that opportunity.
Yes.
Alan, I seen some of your pictures on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said before in earlier episodes of In Your Face, boy, your body is banging. I'm just saying. His body is ripped. This man's abs is like going on forever and ever. Okay? Go on, tell us your regimen. So we can get like the steel abs or something.
It's your diet, man.
It's all your diet.
Don't get me started. It's your diet.
Hey,
everybody wants to know how you get in shape.
Know.
It's your diet. It's what you're eating.
Come on. Besides eating, you have to be doing some type of exercise to get all those rips.
Well, you know what? The honest to God truth is, we're not all created the same. Some people have different genetics than others. Everybody's body's different. Everybody has to figure out on their own what works for them. But this is the starting point where we all start at, and it's in our diet and exercise. It's just beginning in the gym,
I see, Alan,
starting in the first place.
You are well disciplined, man.
Yeah, well, I was in the military.
That's where it comes from.
That's part of it.
Okay, because
I wrestled. In high school. I was in the military. I have a lot of different reasons why I'm disciplined. Discipline is something that we acquire through experiences in our life. And that's why a lot of people, I ask them, you want something out of your life, you need discipline. And I ask them, do you have discipline? And if you say yes, I'm going to ask you where you got it from, because discipline is something that you learn. It's a skill. It's a skill that once you learn it and acquire it, you can use it on yourself to get results that you want for yourself.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, you know what? Today on In Your Face, we're going to be talking about life choices right after this. Welcome back. We're back here with Alan B. Charity, and we're talking about life's journeys. Okay, because Alan, he took a journey. And I think that we're all in life. We all go through these journeys in life, and we're just talking a little bit about Alan and his little adventure. And where's it taking you next, Alan?
Well,
what's the plan?
You know what? That's a good question. And today, I was talking on the phone to someone, and because right now I'm taking a trip back to my home state, Ohio.
Okay.
And it didn't have anything to do with anything that happened here. I feel like I'm being called back there for specific reasons, but I don't look at it as like it's a beginning of something. I look at it as the continuation of what I was already doing, because I came out here to fight. I came out here to do something that I always wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And hindsight is 20/20. The present is a blurry vision, and the future is completely unknown. We don't know what we're gonna do. We don't even know what things mean. The only reason, the reason that I came out here was to fight, but it wasn't just so I could make it to the UFC or so I could go pro. It was so that whatever happened, and whatever I learned from this experience, I learned. It was like a quest for knowledge, a journey. Oh. And the thing is that sometimes, when our journeys are over, we're not willing or prepared to accept what it is that God has next for us, because we have our own ideas of what we are, what we can be, and what we're going to do. But we don't realize that, everything has a plan in God's divine plan, and our plan is a part of that.
Well, like it always says, man has his plans and God He laughs at
Yeah.
man's plans
Yeah.
because God has his plans for each and every individual.
Right.
And so sometimes we have to sit back, like you were talking about God, how you have to tap into that spirituality.
Yes.
And ask Almighty,
Yes.
what is your plan for my life?
Right.
Which way are you leading me? Which way are you guiding me?
Right.
And then sometimes if we just get quiet in that quiet room, as they say, enter into your secret closet.
Yes.
And listen and shut the world out.
Yes.
All the noise, all the television, all the radios, all the friends, and all that kind of stuff. Shut that stuff down and get some quiet time so you can find some direction in your life.
Yes.
I mean, what do you think?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna just tell you, like,
please do, Alan. Don't
right
hold your
after,
breath, please.
Right after, like, this is just a good story, just a good example. So right
Okay.
after I fought for a title. I fought main event at the Mosley Showdown, and in my mind, in my vision, I was gonna win this fight, and I had a
Okay.
totally different reality planned out, contingent upon me winning this fight.
Oh wow.
But what I found out when I was defeated was that my plan doesn't matter. It doesn't
Okay.
matter. My personal plan and what I think in my mind of what I'm going to be doing doesn't matter, because God has a divine plan that I don't understand. Because I don't truly know the future. I don't know what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. I don't understand the variables of the things that are going to be happening tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So the only thing I can plan is for what I know. And so I myself knew I was going to win. I knew I was going to get this
You were
deal.
overconfident, would you say?
I don't think I was overconfident.
Okay.
I think it's that I think that my lesson was the defeat.
Okay.
My lesson was the
Well, there's
defeat.
always life lessons,
Yes,
you know, always.
yes. My lesson was the defeat, but the thing is that it could have went another way, but it went the way it went, and it went the way
It went the way it was supposed to go.
Exactly. It went the way it was supposed to
Right.
go. And the thing is that sometimes we have to accept the things that we cannot change. You know what I mean? We can
got you.
accept the things that we cannot change. And so immediately after that, you know, I decided that I still was going to compete. I'm still going to fight.
There you go.
I'm still going to continue fighting. But it's about the circumstances.
That's because you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, you do continue on, because there are no failures. There's
Right.
just quitters.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is that the circumstances are what I needed to change, not what I was doing. The
There you go.
lesson was...
Tell them the
Yeah,
lesson. What's the lesson?
The lesson is, when you're doing something you want to be doing, when you're following your dreams, your passions, you're never wrong. If you love what you do, when you lose the time doing what you do, that's what you should be doing. If what you're doing doesn't come to fruition,
Teach them, Alan.
and you don't see and you don't get the vision that you saw,
Yes.
then you have to change the steps in the path that you took to get where you were, and you have to do it a better way. But you have to learn from the things that you did wrong,
Absolutely.
so you can get the outcome that you want, because it's there. It just wasn't there that time because of the steps that you
Maybe
didn't
it
take.
wasn't meant for that particular time. Maybe
Exactly.
that door wasn't open for you to go. It doesn't mean it wasn't meant for you.
Right.
It's just at that particular time, that at that time it wasn't meant.
Right.
But it's still going to take place in your life.
Absolutely.
You just have to retunnel everything, like you said. It's not. Don't look at it as, okay, I failed, I'm a failure, and just give up.
There is no failure.
Exactly. There's just lessons.
Exactly.
There's lessons. Like I said, it's the only difference between you're quitting. That's when you're a failure. When you're quitting, then you're a failure. But if you keep on pursuing your passion, your dream, there will be a good outcome.
Absolutely.
Hard work does pay off.
The thing is that every
Persistence pays off.
outcome is a good outcome.
Yeah. So
Every
what
outcome.
do you mean by that? Every outcome
Because
is
there is
explain yourself.
always information to be gained by every experience that you go through.
But how do you help people who live in we have such negativity and negative energy going on? How do you help those people to stay positive on a dream that they have, on that passion that they have? You know,
The
how
only
do they
thing-
stay in tune to that?
So this is the thing, okay? So, all right, say, you know, you talk to me on the phone every week and I inspire you.
Okay.
I can inspire you so much, but I can't talk to you. I can't talk to everybody on the phone every week to inspire them. So you know what I could do? One time I'm gonna come and I'm gonna tell you my story, and I'm gonna tell you about how I'm doing. But after a while, you're gonna have to find out within you you're going to have to find your inspiration from within, because you need to be driving on your own power, inspired by your passion and dream to get done what you need to go. You need to be under your own power, not mine. I can't push everybody. You see what I'm saying? Or I ain't going to have no energy for me.
Maybe that's not your calling, see, but then that's my calling. As being an inspirational speaker, I do have that where people are calling me constantly, and I'm feeding them, planting seeds in them constantly. And sometimes you have to, it's just like having an animal where you have to keep, if you want the good outcome, you have to be persistent. You have to keep doing it over and over, repetitiously, over and over and over again. And sooner or later, they'll get it.
Right.
Because I have noticed that people that I have worked with, they have, you be persistent, you be on top of it, and sooner or later, they'll get a hold of it. That's the problem when people, you say it 1 or 2 times, they're not, if they have a low self-esteem, they're not going to grasp it really fast. So you gotta hold their hand a little bit. You have to mentor them through the whole steps, and then sooner or later they will grow. You will see they're growing, and then you can kind of wean them off, because you don't want to become a crutch for them.
Exactly.
That's what you don't want to do. But then you have to look at the growth. You see the growth pattern, they will eventually start to let go.
And that's something that I noticed in the past that I've even done myself, and mistakes that I've made, which is why I would even speak like that, is because I've noticed that I have become crutches for people.
Yeah.
I was always.
You got to know when to let go.
Yes.
You have to know when to let go.
And you have to know who doesn't want the help. Because some people,
you have to be able to discern that as well. I agree.
Some people don't actually want help. Some people actually want you to do it for them every day. They want you to sit there and talk to them and coach them and tell them what to do every step. Should I eat this spaghetti? Should I go downstairs? Should I call my mother? Should I call my kids? You have to know what to do for yourself.
I'm gonna tell you something that I do. For those of you out there, you're spiritual, whatever your spirituality is, that's between you and your maker, whatever situation that you're in. Now, me personally, what I do, so I won't get caught into stuff like that, people who leech on and who become crutches, I ask the Lord to lead me to the person who you want me to connect to.
Yes.
Because when you do that, God will send that right person to connect with you,
right.
And that person will grow from you.
Right.
It's like basically that person is your assignment. And once they are your assignment, everything is going to line up the way it's supposed to be, and then you won't run into those kind of difficulties. Absolutely.
And it also has to do with the fact that people just need to be willing to learn and confront things that they are uncomfortable with. Because
Absolutely.
most of the problem I think I see with people is they don't have the willingness to confront anything. Mm-hmm. And they're afraid of it. And every decision that you make out of fear is not actually your decision. Like, if you are making a decision out of fear, if that fear wasn't there, you probably would do something else, which means that that's not your choice. So, the thing is that what I'm saying is not easy to do. It's not easy to not be afraid.
Oh, of course.
I'm still afraid of things sometimes.
Of course, everybody has
you know what I mean?
fear.
The thing is that you have to be brave to face the fear. You have to face
absolutely.
that fear, because that's what courage is. Courage is the presence of fear.
Excuse me. You know what that reminds me of? Just popped into my head. I just got to do it. That's just like for the Rocky. That's just like in the Rocky movie. Rocky Balboa. Yo, Adrian. But when he tells Tommy, I think it was Rocky 5.
Yeah.
He said that fear, and the guy, the boxer, he was afraid.
Right.
And he was telling him, you gotta have. He's, I'm afraid. He said, fear is okay, but you can't let the fear consume you.
Right.
You have to move past that fear.
Right.
He said, let fear be your friend. And I was like that. I just had to say that because I love Rocky. I love Rocky. That's my boy.
You know what? That's the perfect example, because one of the reasons that I was able to even come across this information is because I fight.
Right.
And so physically, I face these things on a daily basis. When you're going to train, when you're going to actually compete and fight with someone,
right.
There's fear involved. There's fear of loss.
Of
you're getting ready to compete in front of maybe 1,000 people. You don't know what's going to happen. That you have to overcome that. And that's why I put myself through a lot of things that a lot of people probably wouldn't have put themselves through, because I want to conquer it. Right. I want to conquer it. I want to be able to face it. I was so nervous. Every time I fight, right? I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
Yes. And I know I'm gonna be nervous. I know when I take the fight and they say you're gonna fight this guy, I get nervous right then.
Yeah. That's true.
But I decide that I'm gonna face that nervousness. I'm like, I'm gonna show up no matter what happens.
Who you talking to on the phone?
Yeah, this is the matchmaker. I'm gonna be there. I promise. It don't matter if I'm hurt. It don't matter if whatever happens. If I gotta walk there or take 2 trains,
Right,
I'm not gonna make an excuse. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna face it, no matter what the condition, no matter what's going on. That's what we all need to start practicing, is to being courageous.
That's true. I mean, because as a speaker, they say public speaking is number one. People have fear in public speaking because you don't know what how the audience is going to respond to you.
You're afraid to be
if they're going to
judged.
laugh at you, or they're going to boo at you, they're going to do whatever. So I know when I get up there before I speak, I sweat. People don't think so, but I get to like sweating profusely. I'm like, oh my God, calm down, calm down. I'm like wiping my hands.
Yeah.
But people don't see it.
Right.
But I know I'm shaking in my boots.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So, but to get up there, to pass that, and to go put yourself in front of that, not knowing how people are going to respond to you, you have to fight that fear.
Yes.
You have to fight that fear.
must.
Don't let it stop you from your destiny. Don't let fear stop you from your destiny. Nobody's perfect. Even like, say, when the intern, I'm sure he's nervous when he doesn't know everything, and he goes
Right.
into the patient,
Right.
and he's going back in there, okay, I don't know what to do, Let me go in here, ask the senior doctor, or let me go in here and look. This person said they got this, X, Y, and Z going on with them. I never heard of that before.
Right.
And they can't have that blank look on their face. They got to come like, okay.
Because they're counting on you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they have to go back in their office and look at the symptoms and come back. Everybody goes through fear. There's no perfect person say, okay, no, I'm macho. I'm not scared of nothing.
Everyone goes through fear.
Of
Everyone.
course.
The thing is like, you got to remember the times when you did let the fear beat you. Hindsight is 20/20. So remember the time when you were afraid and you ran away, and remember how that felt and how you never forgot it. You
Right.
never forgot it.
Absolutely.
That moment to face the fear was all you had. You had that moment to face that fear, and you failed, and you didn't do it.
Right. Right.
You can't keep doing that to yourself, or that's all you're going to remember about yourself, is that you're afraid.
Right.
But every time you are courageous and you face the fear, now you're going to remember that. And it doesn't even matter what happened. It doesn't matter if you got beat. It doesn't matter if you got wounded. It doesn't matter if you got robbed. It doesn't matter what happened. The only thing that matters is that you faced the fear. And now you remember that about yourself, because you're courageous. You know you have the ability to face the fear. You know if it comes again that you will face it again. You won't back down. That's what you need to know about yourself, but it takes practice.
Absolutely. You gotta get in that mirror. Talk to yourself.
Absolutely.
So, we're talking about life's journeys today. So, Alan, let me ask you this. What is a successful person in your definition? What's a successful person in your definition?
My definition, fulfillment.
Fulfillment.
A successful person is one who has fulfillment in their life.
Okay.
Fulfillment in your life is, so let's look at the word fulfillment, which is to be fulfilled.
Okay.
Fulfilled.
Break it down, my brother.
You see what I'm saying?
All right.
Fulfilled, because most people walk around empty,
True.
even if they have a lot of money.
That's true. I agree. I 100%
They walk
agree.
around
That's
empty.
True.
And what I've found is, because I've met a lot of people while I've been here in California that had a lot of money, and there's an imbalance, because those people have sacrificed everything personal in their life for tangible things.
Yes.
But they sacrifice their relationships. They sacrifice the things that they love, things that they truly love. And then they end up looking for those things after they acquire all the money, but it can no longer be found, because now everything's a mystery, and you wonder why everybody's around you. Are they using me? Do they just want my money? Are they just trying to take advantage of me? And you always have these doubts in your mind, and people are really good at hiding what their intentions are. And so now you have this mystery of a life that you don't even know how to get fulfillment anymore.
Okay, let me cut in right there. You said that they sacrifice things they love. Now, did they really love, or did they put more importance of things instead of things that is really of value, like your family, like your friends? They put more stocks on material things, tangible things. Those things are only going to take you so far. It's good to have money. Of course, we need money because we got to pay our bills.
We got to survive and eat.
We need to eat. We need a roof over our head. So, but when some people, they go to the extreme, it's like the more they have, it's like the more they have, the more they want.
Right.
And it's like it's never enough.
It becomes an addiction.
Exactly.
And we need balance.
Oh, you have to have balance.
You have to have balance. No one
You
is
have to
saying,
have balance.
because it says, even in the Bible, it says everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation,
In moderation.
everything in a balance. Absolutely.
Right. So the problem I think with a lot of people is they are imbalanced. And we live in an imbalanced society because
Absolutely.
we promote to be imbalanced. If you look on TV, it promotes imbalance.
That's true.
When you watch it, every time someone answers a question for you, basically they just wrote a program in your personality. So if you have a question and someone provides an answer, whether that answer is right or wrong, you have just become programmed.
Yeah,
so now
you're right,
if you say, I believe that to be true, you have just become programmed. That's a part of your personality now. So we have to watch the type of influences that we are keeping around us, the type of people that we put our trust in and our faith in, the type of things that we're watching on TV, and the things that we hold to our beliefs, because those things are programming us. And the thing about being programmed is that it's a very subtle thing.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a very subtle thing.
It sneaks up on you.
Creeps in.
Absolutely.
And before you know it, your perspective, your state of mind, your belief structure, system, whatever, is something totally different than where you were before and where you even want to be. But you allowed it to happen to you because of the people that you allowed to surround you.
But sometimes you don't even notice that's even happening. Like you said, it creeps up on you.
Yes.
You don't even notice that it's even going on.
Right.
Before you know it, you're way deep in there.
Exactly. And so one thing that I really recommend to people to do.
Yeah, what do you recommend to the people to do?
This is the thing. So now that I explained to you about it, you're getting programmed. So now we have the ability to program ourselves. We have the ability to program ourselves, but we have to be strategic with the people that we surround ourselves with, the information that we put into our body, that we put into our mind. We have to be very strategic about that if we want to be what we see ourselves as.
Well, that's why I tell people all the time. Sometimes, we can learn. I mean, hanging around a horse, that I have a horse named Sugar. Hanging around a horse and seeing that, looking at animals' behavior. Right. Look what animals do. I mean, it's like, they're supposed to be lower than us, or we're supposed to be higher than them, but actually I think they're getting smarter than us and we're getting dumber than them. So this is what I always say. I think so. People really need to pay attention to these things. You look at birds and you see pigeons hang with pigeons, crows hang with crows, ravens hang with ravens, horses hang with horses, cows hang with cows. Dogs hang with dogs, cats hang with cats. You don't see people mixing and twanging, even when we go to choose a mate. I mean, let's say when you're mating a horse, you're studying a horse or something like that. They check out the bloodline. They look at the history of the parents, the grandparents of a horse to get a good quality horse. Right. Now we, as humans, we go choose an idiot.
Whoever
and
will
wander down the line, and whoever goes down the line and wonders, well, why it's not working out with him? Well, did you know the grandmother was schizophrenic and the dad was an alcoholic and the grandmother was working in a brothel, and you wonder what's wrong with him?
Right. Well,
we really need to check out the choices that we're making in life.
Because we're looking for acceptance.
Honey, please, ain't that much acceptance in the world.
Everyone's looking to be accepted. People want to be accepted into a part of something. People want to be a part of something. That's why people join gangs. That's why a lot of people go to church. That's why people join groups. That's why people, yes.
So you're saying they join these cliques and all this kind of stuff. Are you saying that they're insecure?
We all have a bit of insecurity. None of us 100% of the time are always like, I'm on my game. We all go through things.
Right.
There ain't never been a time when you was by yourself and you broke down and cried about something and you was insecure.
Of course.
Me too. I did it too.
Look at this guy.
I was insecure. We all go through that. Everybody does it. And so everybody.
Some more than others, though.
Right.
Some more than others. I don't have those moments all the time. Let's make that clear.
But what I was saying was like, because when you're talking about with the mates, it's like, you go out and you pick somebody who will accept you, because we don't like rejection.
Well, that's sad, honey. If you're just gonna pick somebody to accept you, come on, you gotta have. Me personally, I have more worth than that of myself. Just go pick any Tom, Dick, or Harry out there. No, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, it ain't gonna happen. Okay, I will stay alone. Like Tyler Perry said, you got a woman that is stable. She should be happy with all her cats, be up in the house and be so happy. Welcome back to In Your Face, and we're talking about life journeys here with Alan B. Charity. What's up, Alan?
What's up, Tanya? So, what we were saying was, we were talking about relationships.
Yes, we were talking about relationships.
We were talking about relationships and acceptance.
Yes.
And you were explaining, like, about number one, your strength and your ability right now to be alone because you're not just gonna go for anybody that will just accept you.
Right.
And I'm the same way.
Okay.
And we're both alone.
I'm glad to know that.
But do you see where we are? We both are alone.
Yes.
Because we won't just settle for who will accept us.
But look, Ellen, that's our choice.
That's our choice, but
That's
a lot
our
of
choice.
people
Yes.
can't handle that.
Well,
They need someone.
If you can't handle that, you need to look me up, and I can do some one-on-one with you, and I can help you to get alone, to sit here, to learn how to accept self, to work on self, to love self. And once you're able to do that, and then that's when you welcome somebody else into your space.
You're
you will not
exactly
accept
right.
everything that walks through that door, because you got to
exactly right.
know that you are worthy and you deserve all good things, not nonsense. So hey, look me up. Credits are on the end of the of In Your Face. We can do this and get you better, boo.
So let's expand on what you just said, because it's so true. We need to accept self, but to accept self, we need to know self.
Well, that's how you're going to get to know yourself, by being alone by yourself and knowing who you are.
Absolutely.
You got to be able to embrace it about yourself, to be able to be alone. Take yourself out to dinner. Take yourself to the movie. I'm not saying with your girlfriend or a guy, pick up a guy. Go by yourself. Get to know who you are. Get to know what you like, and stuff like that. Embrace yourself.
Right. Well, just consider that everybody that you surround yourself by is an influence.
Yes.
So sometimes the thing is that all the time you're being surrounded. Every time you go somewhere, you are being influenced everywhere.
Absolutely.
You're being influenced by colors. You are being influenced by peoples and personalities. You are being influenced by the places that you hang out. So sometimes we have to find the time to connect with ourselves, which we don't ever do because we're always distracted. Always.
Right.
There is always something to distract you. You're going to be distracted by your social media, your TV,
Oh,
your
absolutely.
kids, your husband. Something's always going to show up. As soon as you find that time to take by yourself, there's always going to be a reason why you can't. So you have to create and facilitate the time to spend with yourself so you can start to get to know you.
That's right.
Because right now you don't know you. You know everybody else. You know everything else.
Themselves. Yeah.
Well, I'm not talking to everybody. The people that I'm talking to, they know who I'm talking to.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking to you. You know who I'm talking to. You don't know you. If you don't know you, you know you don't know.
That's true.
You can deny it to all your friends around right now that's watching this with you, but you still know you don't know.
Right.
So the problem is that we need to get to know ourselves and be comfortable with ourselves.
That's true.
Instead
that's how we get past this.
Instead of trying to adapt always to everything that's going on around and then saying that that's us, because it's not.
And also healing yourself, because you'll see people, they'll get out of a relationship and jump right back into a relationship.
Yes.
Sweetie, you haven't had a chance to heal.
Right.
We're talking about male or female.
Right.
That's something wrong with you. If you figure I just got out of this relationship and I got to get right back into another one, honey, no, you need time to heal whatever damage that has been done.
Absolutely.
All this baggage, it needs to be taken care of. It needs to be wiped out. You should not just, you're not ready yet. You got to learn how to take time for you, settle down, give yourself a year or two. Oh, they're like, oh, that's scary. Oh, no, I can't be alone that long. Something wrong then. There's something wrong with you.
Well, yeah.
When you can't take that time for yourself.
Because the thing is,
And everything we're talking about, this is all journeys. This is life journey. This is to help to make a better you. You know, going through your journey in the correct form, in the correct way, right?
well, if you
Alan?
don't take that time, the person that you meet, it could have been successful.
Absolutely.
It could have been successful,
Absolutely,
but
I agree.
You know, you took it on at the wrong time because you were not ready. You were not ready, and you got to
Absolutely.
realize sometimes when you get out of a tough relationship, you're not seeing things clearly.
Absolutely.
And most of the time, we want to point our finger at the other person, and we want to make
Absolutely.
ourselves the victim, which means we take responsibility for nothing.
You know what I have learned? And look, check this out, guys, in your face. When you're pointing the finger at somebody else, how many are pointing right back at you? You have to set responsibility, no matter how big or how small, but whatever role you play, you must accept responsibility and look at yourself as well, and not just always just throw the blame on the other person.
Correct. Because every time, the thing is this, accepting responsibility is empowering yourself to change.
Absolutely. It's going to help you. And that's what it's all about. It's all about helping yourself.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about. It's not all about blame, but it's like helping you, getting over hurt, pain, frustration. It's all about you. I guess we're doing like some kind of therapy section here for free.
Good. They need it. So listen, then on top of that though, everybody you blame, you just gave them the power to change your life.
Absolutely.
Everyone you blame, it's him, it's her, they all have the power and you have none. So now you're just sitting there like, I guess I'm just going to sit here and be a victim of my life.
It's easy to do that. It's just like when we say, okay, a person who has been molested, he said, well, I just hate him. He just destroyed my life. Absolutely. He took something away from you, but don't allow him to keep that away from you.
Right. Because
when you have the anger, you have lost the, you've given that person the power.
Right.
But it's been such a great.
Well, now we're getting into forgiveness.
Well, you have to forgive so you can move on. Forgiveness is not about the other person.
It's for you.
Forgiveness is about you.
Yeah.
So therefore, you want to forgive so you can let go, so you can move on. Because it's like a fire that will be consumed in you.
Yes.
Okay, and it's going to explode.
Yes.
One day. And so when you forgive that person, you're letting go so you can move on. Not for the other person, just so you can move on with your life.
And all the people that you run around not forgiving are just bricks that you add to a wall that you're building in front of your heart.
Right.
And eventually, you're just going to have a wall there. And you ain't going to be able to connect with anyone. You ain't going to be able to love or feel love. You're going to be numb.
Okay. So, Alan.
Yes.
To sum all this up, let's get into our closing.
Yep.
So we can just
Close it out.
Close it out. So,
close it out. Go ahead.
I was letting you do it. I'm here all the time. You came in today as my guest, and I don't know when you're coming back, but I do hope you do come back.
Okay, so we're going to sum it up with this. Life is going to have many twists and turns. It's going to have many journeys. It's going to have journeys that we are willing to embark on and some that we are not because we feel like we are not ready. And that is okay. The trick to this is to face everything you can. Confront everything you can. Everything that you can possibly face, confront, and take responsibility for that involves you and your life, do it. Because that is the power to create the life that you actually want to live. And that's all I got to say.
And I'm going to say this. I'm going to end it with this.
Mm-hmm.
When you have direction in your life and you figure that God has a plan in your life, be unshakable, be unmovable. If you know this is the will, your path, be unshakable, be unmovable, and rest assured knowing that you are right in your direction. Seek knowledge at all times. Until next time, this is Tanya and Allen with In Your Face.